I'm gonna have Blake pick one of his records out of the collection that we have. And once a week, he's gonna bring one record home and he's gonna talk about it for 2 minutes. So the first one he's got is
Handsome Boy Modeling School.
there you go. So where did you find this record / vinyl?
Well, let's see, where did this is one we got in, I think in New Zealand, maybe.
Yeah, at Groovy Records.
But I've had this album in CD format since it first came out.
Which was in?
Early-ish 90s. Well, not that early-ish. 99, I guess.
All right, let me get a good look at that cover. Very handsome with that mustache and the cigar. Okay, so
This is Dan the Automator and Prince Paul, both historically significant hip-hop and turntablist artists from the 90s. And this is just an amazingly fun album with some great songs on it. The Handsome Boy Modeling School is a theme that runs through the album itself. It's also got Father Guido Sarducci in it, who was a comedian from the probably late 70s through the O's. I'm sure he still is today, but he was real famous back then. There's a skit on here that has him.
so what is your favorite song?
Oh my God. Well, there's not really songs per se. Wow. Modeling Sucks is hilarious. Holy Calamity is kind of a cool song. Waterworld is similar to Holy Calamity. But, and Rock and Roll Could Never Hip Hop Like This, which I never quite understood the lyrics the first time I thought it, or I heard this back in the mid 90s, but I had to listen to it a few times. But Rock and Roll Could Never Hip Hop Like This is the absolute, it's the first song and it rocks. And this is just some really great classic hip hop right here.
All right.
Underground hip hop, to be honest with you.
Here's some more questions for you. Do you remember the first time you heard anything off this album?
I don't know, late 90s, living in Ellensburg, Washington.
Okay.
And there was a radio show at the university there it was called the Morning Wood radio show by these two DJs. Morning Wood has its certain significance of itself. It was a 7 to 9 o'clock show, and I used to call in and request different songs, and I almost always would request something from Handsome Boy Modeling School, and they usually obliged me and would play something off of here.
Next question. Have you ever seen them in concert?
I have seen Dan the Automator. I may have seen Prince Paul too. Back in the 90s, there was a lot of hip-hop artists that came through Seattle, and God, I saw so many of them in the showbox. I don't really remember exactly who all we did or didn't see, but I probably saw at least one of them, if not both of them.
All right, last question. What do you rate it out of 5? 5 stars being perfect, amazing.
4.5.
All right, there you go. Let me get a good look at that album one more time.
One more time, highly recommend taking it for a spin. You can't go wrong. It's Melissa's vinyl time.
My turn to pick an album, and I don't have much.
And so she doesn't really even know what records are.
This is it. This is all I have. This
Right
is my
there.
entire vinyl collection.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just going to go with this one because it's the first one I picked.
Yeah,
I grabbed. Randomly. It's Crowded House.
Nothing
I did
random
not
about
pick
that.
this.
It's Crowded House. She knew what she was getting.
Okay, they are in order. They are in alphabet. Well, they're not in alphabetical order, but they're grouped by the band. But anyway, this is the first
So
one I
who is
grabbed.
Crowded House?
Crowded House are a really amazing band. 10 out of 10. Everybody should listen to them. Anyway, you got any questions?
I don't know. Do they have a singer?
No, we're not going into those specifics. So this is Crowded House. This is
Crowded
their
House.
last
Where are they?
album.
Where are they from?
They're from New Zealand and Australia. I don't love the cover, the album cover, because it's
that's
basically
kind of
a
an
parody of.
odd album cover.
Yeah, it's a parody of Revolver by the Beatles, but
well, that was
Nick
kinda-
drew it. Nick drew it.
Kind of
Anyway.
copping out on their part.
Yeah, and we actually got to see the first show of this tour at a little like album release party in New York last year, and that was really fun. It was a max capacity of 500 people at the Bowery Ballroom.
Bowery Ballroom,
Bowery
nice,
Ballroom, yeah.
nice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep, and I actually have a signed little insert.
Ooh.
This should have been the cover. It's just them.
Yeah, well.
That's just so much more rad with like this. Anyway, I guess not. Any questions?
What's your favorite song on the album?
Some Greater Plan, and in parentheses for Claire, because
Okay.
they're dedicating it for Claire. It is not
Who
a greater
was
plan
Claire?
for Claire. I think Claire
Was
was a fan or
Was
somebody
she
that
Planet
knew.
from Planet
I don't
Claire,
know.
the B-52s maybe?
That's who she is. I actually don't know who Claire is, but the song is not dedicated. The Greater Plan is not for Claire.
Oh, okay.
But that's a really cute song about the singer's father, his father's romantic relationship sometime after World War II. It's kind of cute, but at the same time, it makes me feel a little bad for the mom who he did end up with. Saw them in concert 5 times.
Must be one of your favorite
Has
bands.
to be one of my favorite bands. Do you have any questions for me? I asked you a lot of questions.
We're at 2.5 minutes.
Uh-oh. Okay, ask me one more question.
One more question. Do you have any more of their records?
Oh my god, that is such a dumb question. Of course I do. Look, I got this one
No,
still
I
in
didn't
the
ask
packaging.
you. I don't want to see them all. I just asked you if you had any more of them.
I do. Oh,
We
I
can
do
talk.
have
We can
more.
talk about more of their records in
We
the
can.
next broadcast.
But I probably won't
of
select
Only
them again.
Murders in the Record Store.
That's right. Oh, right. And this segment is called On the Record with Blake Gibb.
Okay.
And I'm
here
just
we
the
go.
guest. I'm just the camera
Yeah.
woman.
Okay. There
Anyway,
you go.
this is my
It's kind of like
album.
Fun with Flags, only maybe better.
All right. Bye.
Bye.